Hello and welcome back to another video in this little tutorial series about ModelBus. Today I want to show you an example of how to use the ModelBus Eclips clients. As you can see, I've got two different Eclips clients opened, one with the workspace of Julia and one with the workspace of Thomas. And as you can see, I've already created a small UML project named ModelBus Test with a small UML diagram about the library in the Julia workspace. So now I want to commit this project to my ModelBus server. Therefore I right click on the project itself, go to team, and want to chat a project. Now I have to select which repository type I want to use. I want of course to choose the ModelBus, go to next page, and now I have to select the repository where the project will be stored, so that would be my server and the ModelBus repository. So a new location will be created, http://modelbus test as the name of the project. Now I click finish and the project will now be connected to the server. So now I want to upload it to the server, therefore click again, right click and go to team, and I have to synchronize the project first. Now Eclipse guiding me to another perspective, the synchronization perspective. As you can see now, I got here my ModelBus repository with the project of ModelBus test, and when you expand this you can see there are a few changes, but all arrows pointing to the right, so it's only changes from local storage to the repository. So next thing I want to do is I want to commit all the changes, so I can right click on the project and click commit. Now I could enter a commitment message, but I don't want to, so I only want to commit the project to the server. Click OK. So next thing we click up here to the ModelBus perspective, run in the background and go to ModelBus perspective, and now we get here our ModelBus repository, and I will refresh it again. But as you already can see, there are a few UML profiles, UML meta models, and the UML libraries, but most importantly the ModelBus test. So this was the one I've just uploaded. So when you now expand this model, you can see everything is just uploaded. So now I show you that it's really uploaded, therefore I go to the different client, to the client with the workspace of Thomas, and I will just refresh my repository. As you can see now, everything is uploaded, and I have also the ModelBus test. So now I want to change the ModelBus test, and I want to work on it on my local storage with the Thomas workspace. So what I have to do is right click on the ModelBus test and go down to checkout, so that my project will be stored locally. So I click on checkout. I can go to my UML, my Papyrus perspective, and open it, and now I can see there is also my ModelBus test with the connection to the ModelBus repository. So we double click on the UML model, and as you can see now, I get my model on the right and on the left side and two different Eclipse versions. So what I'm about to do now is I will change this model slightly. So I add a new class to it, and I will name this class journal, just for examples. So now I have a changed my model, so I save the changes, and I now want to synchronize the models again. So I go back to the project, right click, down to team, and synchronize. Now Eclipse is asking me to go to the team synchronization perspective. I click yes. So we are back in this perspective, and I now only have to commit the changes to the server without a commitment message. Okay. So when this is completed, we can go back to another different Eclipse client and refresh our ModelBus repository. Now the ModelBus test is refreshed, and we got a new model down here. We can check this out by just check out the project, and it's asking us to overwrite the existing folder. We click yes, and now we can go to our Papyrus perspective again, and we can see there is the project of ModelBus test connected to our server. And when we now open the model, we can see this model is also updated. So the last thing I want to show you is what could happen if two clients work separately on the same project and commit slightly afterwards. So these both workspaces have now the same model, and I will now change both of them slightly. So in this model I will delete this class again, and in this model I will make an association between the class and the library. So now I will save the changes, and I will go back to my OML perspective, of course, and now I will synchronize this project. Team synchronize. Yes. Okay, so we still have no conflicts here, so I will just commit all of this to the server. So the same thing I will do on the left side. I will save the changes, go to my perspective, right click, team, and synchronize. But now Eclipse showing me that there's some conflicts. As you can see, the red arrows pointing in both directions. So when we expand the project, we can see there are conflicts in the ModelBus notation and the ModelBus OML model. So there are two different ways of dealing with this problem. One way is to indicate which conflicts are there and decide where we want to stay them or we want to clear them out. Therefore we can go right click and open and compare data. So as you can see now, I compared to the opened, and we can now decide if we want to copy the current change from the right to the left, so from the repository to my local file. If I don't want to do this, I also can just commit my changes to the server by just clicking right click and go to ignore remote. So this will allow me to commit my changes to the server without asking. But I don't want to do it, so I'll just update it and run it in the background so I get a news version. And as you can see now, there are only some changes, and I can now just commit them without the message. Okay. So this was how to work with the Eclips client. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, and see you in the next one.